Welcome to your weekend focus for July the 10th and the 11th, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. You guys rock. I love you to pieces. So we have the 10 energy. The 10th and the 11th, it's just beautiful energy, 10 and 11, to follow a new moon energy with. The 10 energy is the wheel energy. It's about moving to an elevated path, a new season. It's where new ideas flourish. It's where new starts can happen, where you can break barriers, start new healthy habits and behaviors. 1 plus 0 is a 1, which is the I am. So make that confirmation of who you are in the future. So if you want to be 10 pounds lighter, say, I am 10 pounds lighter. I lose weight easily. I never gain weight no matter how much I eat. You can say all kinds of stuff like this. Whatever your mind, it has to be believable to you, right? And attach yourself to the emotion. You're going after that promotion for head of sales. I am the head of sales. And feel the emotion, feel the pride, feel the sense of accomplishment that saying that about yourself gives you, because you know you're walking to it. Also, it's the magician energy, and when we wish for something, our wishes get granted. So the magician is listening. So make that affirmation of who you are. I am, and fill in the blank, and attach emotion. See yourself, envision it. Describe yourself out loud. What are you seeing in your mind? What is your thought process? And take that thought and make it the reality through the magician's help. Now, if we do the numerology of the day, it is a 13. 13s usually mean, some bad things can happen in our life, some really awkward challenges and horrifying challenges, horrific challenges can come into our life. But it puts us in the place that we need to be in order to go forward. It does invite in a luck. So things are going horribly. You're just, it's it's like the boat's sinking and you're hanging onto the life jacket, and all of a sudden the helicopter shows up, drops down the ladder, and away you go to safety. It's like you never thought that something would happen to save you, to move the energy in a different direction, and it does. Somehow it does under the 13 energy. Now, 1 plus 3 is a 4, so we need to look at our balance, our home structure, the feeling of safety, the feeling of groundedness. So if you do meditations and you do one on your chakras, CHAKRA, if you want to look into it, you want to be working on that root chakra and grounding yourself. You want to take off your shoes and walk barefoot across the grass and ground yourself. Feel the earth on your feet. Now, for Sunday, we have the 11 energy. So the 11 energy is a master number, showing up again to tell us that success can happen so quickly in our life if we change our focus and our attention. We push through it, we will reap the successes. And yes, the 11 energy does ask a lot more of us. It's a lot more complicated. It's a lot more challenging. But the end results are that much greater. If we do the numerology of the day, it's a 23 energy, right? 7 plus 11 plus 5. I don't break the 11 down to a 2. You can if you want. Some numerologists do, others don't. How are we going to put those cards back in? Look at that. There was one card standing out. I got to look at the other one now. Oh. We're in for a reading. Where was I with that? The 23 energy. The 23 energy is about there being strong energies around you to move you into safe ports. So pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to your inner guidance of what your emotion is telling you, of what your heart is telling you, of what your your solar plexus is telling you. Pay attention to what is being shown to you and knowing how to react to it. And maybe it's not what you want to do, but it's what you should do. So pay attention to where you're being led. If you do 2 plus 3, it's a 5 energy. So it's about bringing in joy and happiness and smiles and giggles and laughters into your life. It's about inviting in romance. It's about expanding your creativity. Sun is in Cancer, Moon is in Leo, which is our 5th sign. So on top of that, we could get easily distracted. We could get bored if things are just, going. It's just pulling out. It's extenuating. It's taking hours. It should have taken 20 minutes. Or we're trying to get it done too fast or complete something or explain something, and we just throw up our hands in frustration. So we have to kind of watch these tendencies, because that's what we'll want to do under this energy, and we shouldn't. Okay, because it's about we are in a new moon energy. So it's about seeing, remember all the 9 energy that we had available to us, and that will linger with us. That'll be an undercurrent for us over the next several weeks. So we have to be mindful of that 9 energy telling us to clear our space, clear our path, clear our hearts, our minds, our energy, in order to clear our time, our resources, to clear our energy, our vibration, our light, in order to move forward in the way we want, in order to be able to truly plant those seeds and evolve. Sun is in Cancer for the weekend. The moon, I believe, is in Cancer as well for most of Saturday. I think probably after supper time, before bed, somewhere around there. The moon will move into Leo. So our 5th sign. So I kind of jumped the gun on telling you about Leo, but Leo gives us energy. And Leo is really, about the whole I am. Leo gives us that I am, that roar, that inner roar, that strength, that courage, and that sense of integrity. You look at a lion, even if the lion's very passive, what that lion can do. There's a respect for that lion. And people need to look at you and have respect for you, because they know what you're capable of, know what you can do. And I mean that in the goodest sense possible. All of your best qualities and traits. They know what you can accomplish, what you can do, the magic that you can pour forth. And they have a respect for you because of that. Okay, let's get to the cards. Eight of Cups is back. 8 of Cups, we need to make decisions. We need to understand where we want to go, the things that we want to try. And we know we may need to leave some things behind us that we like. And it might be temporary, but for the time being, we need to say goodbye to a few things in our life that we kind of enjoy in our life. It could be your free time. You might need to educate yourself in order to go forward. So it could be your free time where you sat there and you Netflix binged, and now you're going on walks because you want to exercise a little bit more. Or now you're having to spend some time working on that resume. Whatever it may be for you. But it could be time, it could be energy, it could be resources, it could be your finances, where you have to re-strategize. And you know that sometimes we have to give up short term in order to enjoy full time down the road. We have the 9 of Wands. That was one of the cards that flipped over. The 9 of Wands is here to say, you know what? You have been walking umpteen million paths in order to get to this place in time. That you've gone through challenges and sacrifices and compromises and ups and downs and happiness and sadness and joy and laughter and cries and sadness and chaos and struggles, and you've been through it all. There's so many doors that you have walked through in order to be in the here and now. And those ones behind us represent each one of those paths. Now, the one we hold in our hand is a representation of the new path. Look at how mangled and short and stubby and twisted it looks. That's what your new path looks like. I'm not kidding. There's going to be struggles, but at the end of the path, look at behind you of your accomplishments. Look at how straight and tall they are. They all have some kind of growth on them, which means that it grew you into the person you are, the better version of you. You know, Tilly 8.1, you know, whatever it may be. And now you're going to take all that accumulated knowledge and strength and courage and beauty that you have tapped into in order to accomplish these past paths and push it into this new path going forward. And we hold it there and we look at it. Now we're sizing it up. We're going, well, what am I going to do? And will this work? Will that work? Should I try this? Should I try something new? Should I research and expand the possibilities of what I could possibly do? We're wearing red. Red is courage. Red is, it's courage and it's passion. And we're wearing white, so it's definitely symbolizing those new beginnings, those new starts. We have the Eight of Swords. That's all about our perceptions changing. What we thought we couldn't do, we now realize we can do. There's a strength about us that's coming out that we didn't realize before. Or maybe somebody told you you had no talent for that. You'll never make money at that. Why are you bothering with that? Go over here. This is better for you. And you listened. You took their opinion and you made it your truth. And you're realizing, no, I am good at that. I do want to do that. And so you start on the path of reinventing yourself and who you are. What has somebody told you once upon a time that stuck? That became your truth, that became your reality, that never should have been because it was only their opinion. They have no say. Maybe God, your angels, your spirit guides do, but yourself, you definitely do. But them, no, they're not walking the path. They had an opinion. And that's all it was, an opinion. The Hermit. So the Hermit is all about going within. Sitting in quiet, contemplating perhaps your past, what got you to here, contemplating the here and now, and contemplating the future and what needs to be done. So it's all about making these decisions in our life. And then we step out of the cave or we walk out of the desert and we know where we are going. We carry that cane with the bright light leading the way, and we know we just have to follow it in order to go forward. That was the other card that actually flipped out. Oh my goodness. I should have told you. Then you'd believe me. The Ten of Wands. We have to let go. Okay? If you have a box, say your path is just actually this box, okay? You can only put so much in the box. You can get new things and you can try and put it in the box, but you ain't going to get that lid closed, and then you're going to have to sit on it. You're going to have to tie it up and tape it up. Eventually, it'll just pop anyways because you got too much in the box. We can't have new things come into our lives sometimes without clearing the path, without clearing the area where we want that new thing to come into our life. So yes, going right back to the first card, the Eight of Cups, telling us that in order to move forward, we're going to have to make some sacrifices. We're going to have to make some compromises. So are they the right ones for us, for our truth, for our path? Let's get a mantra. So we need to lay down that heavy sack because look at our steps. I mean, every step is just so hard. And will we make the next one? We'll try. But gosh golly, Miss Molly. I don't know where that expression's coming from. We need to lay that down. And you know what? When we lay it down, we lay it all out. We're going to see some of those wands have potential for great growth, and other ones are just dead wood. And we need to let the dead wood loose. We need to let it go. What are we clinging to that we think that we need or have to have in our lives that we really don't? Do you need that 10 o'clock snack? Or do you want to shed that 5, 10, 20, 50 pounds, whatever it may be? Do you want to start that new business? Well, maybe you need a degree. Maybe you need letters after your name. Maybe you need to take a course to fine-tune yourself in your talents, your abilities. Or maybe you're so creative, but you're not good at the finances, so you need to take a course in financing so that when you start your business, you're not all of a sudden, someone's knocking at your door saying, tax man. It's understanding our limitations and moving past them. And then, wow, watch yourself soar. The dragonfly. Live life to the fullest. Live life to the fullest. Tomorrow is only a potential. It's not promised to us. So what are we doing? Where are we wasting time, energy, resources on things that don't even matter? The dragonfly is here to say, live life to the fullest. To shoot for the stars, the moon, the universe, and to expect it. Expect it to come into your life. Now, we do have that 5 energy on Sunday especially, but we do have the 5 energy as our yearly energy. So it's always a good day to create giggles and smiles and laughter and raise your energy. And all of a sudden that creativity starts to flow. All of a sudden that understanding and clarity come in. When we start to live our life to the fullest, the answers start coming so that we can keep moving. It's like a snowball. It starts out very slow as it goes down, but then it picks up speed. Gets bigger and bigger and bigger, ginormous. That's who you can be. You are that little snowball, that little snowflake perhaps, waiting to be formed into that snowball, wherever you are in your path. It's a beautiful energy to embrace. We'll get the dragonfly out here. Live life to the fullest. The dragonfly lives near water and represents the ability to be emotionally strong and flexible. Oh, and thank you for everybody for sharing your dragonfly stories with me, whether you left it in a comment or emailed me or messaged me in some other way. Thank you so much. And especially the baby. Like I all the years I've been looking at dragonflies, I don't ever remember seeing a baby. And what a magical thing they are, knowing what they will become. The ability to be emotionally strong and flexible. It is one of the only creatures that can fly up, down, sideways, and backwards. Excuse me. Living your truest life is a responsibility. Do not let it be trivialized or lived superficially. So where have you trivialized the beauty that surrounds you, the energy that surrounds you? Where have you been superficial? Where do you need to be grounded and be authentic? The dragonfly is a symbol of knowing who you are and what you want. Make informed decisions and live life to the fullest without regrets. I am emotionally strong and live my life without regrets. That's the mantra. I am emotionally strong. I am emotionally strong. And I live my life without regrets because I've thought through my steps. I do not have to revisit them. I did not act rashly. I did not just jump into it. I gave it thought. Remember, we have the Hermit here. There's been so much about pulling it back and really thinking it through. And the eclipses were one that said we need to walk the next 6 months in our integrity, to think about our actions and our words and how they affect others and how they affect our own path forward. We have to take it seriously over the next 6 months. Don't worry, the rewards will be great. But it's easy to tell a little white lie. And then, everything is just, it works out that much easier. So, staying grounded in the truth and having that integrity. Because we know that little white lie is just going to come back. That's another little snowflake that turn into a ginormous snowball. So, So don't, walk with integrity, your courage, your strength, but also your compassion and empathy. Oh, the little mouse tried to jump out there. Let's see who we got. We go, get busy with the bee. Get busy with the bee. We haven't seen the bees in a while. There's a bear and a bee. Busy, active, goal setting, fertility. Well, that's all with the new moon, isn't it? The happiest people are those who are too busy to notice whether they are or not. B tells you it's time to get busy. Instead of trying to get all your projects done by yourself, ask for assistance. Everybody has strengths. Some are leaders, others are followers. Know where you fit best and use that to your advantage. While you may hate to clean, there's others who love it. While you may love to organize, others may need your direction and how to accomplish it. And there shouldn't be shame in your talent. Cooperation and delegation is key with the B. Embrace B by taking small steps, but begin the project or task in front of you, even if it seems impossible. And this is an energy. Remember, we want to tie up loose ends. We want to clear the space in front of us. We want to clear our environments to allow for new things to come in. One of the most important things to remember if you want to be successful is that procrastination is your biggest enemy. Delaying things will sabotage your goals. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope, because this is a time that we can also lose a lot of hope. So don't lose hope. It's just the energy trying to push you down. Rise above. I know easy said, hard to do. But when it's a conscious effort as well as a subconscious effort, it's that much more strength you give yourself to raise yourself up. Remain determined. B is also known for fertility and may be a sign that it's the right time to add a child to your life, or you may hear from someone close to you that they are pregnant, or it's time to step into a passion and give it birth. You may want to start an exercise program. B lets you know that in order to motivate yourself, you may need to work as a team. So instead of running on a treadmill, join a volleyball team. Instead of walking around the block by yourself, ask a neighbor to join you. The pressure you put on yourself will greatly decrease if you engage others who can help motivate you. And sometimes when we say, okay, I'm gonna go for a walk 3 times a week, and there you are, and you've only done it twice, and it's the last day, and you just don't feel like it, and then you beat yourself up because you didn't have that accountability. So if you're that kind of person, definitely get into a group of people. But you may also be the person who likes walking solo, because that's when you put on the headphones and you listen to motivational tapes, or you listen to Tilly, or you listen to some music that raises you up and pumps you up and gets you moving, whatever it may be. But the bee is here to say, get busy. Start somewhere. Begin a task. You'll be thankful you did. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.